All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy.
Chappell wasn't lying. A lot of people who have kids are miserable because they are mourning a life.
I have something to say for this. I love her. She's wonderful. And she didn't say anything wrong. Not at all. You know who I think is in the wrong here? All of those mothers who made the mistake of venting to her. Those were the ones who were in the wrong. They vented when they shouldn't have. They didn't circle back. They didn't tell her the good about it. They only told her the bad. They only vented. Those mothers were the ones at fault for her saying and thinking what she thinks about motherhood and parenting. She is not wrong at all in what she said. She has every right to think that is her opinion. I am not going to demonize her or get mad as a mother for her opinion because she's not the one who said anything wrong. It is those mothers who are bitching and complaining about their life who said something wrong. I say it all the time. Quit telling the wrong people shit about your life. Quit venting. Quit exposing those raw, vulnerable moments when you're crying, when your kids have stressed you out. Quit taking those moments and going to somebody and venting. Those are not the times where you want to take it outside of your home. If anything, those are the times where you shut the fuck up and you go to the divine, or you go to a very trusted individual who knows, who's mature, wise enough to know you truly love your children, that you're not in hell, but you are just having a hellish moment. If you are not going to circle back to the friend that clearly doesn't understand parenting and close out the story, shut the fuck up. And I say this lovingly. Too many mothers vent, and it needs to stop because you are creating this narrative to these young people who are starting to think being a mom is hell on earth when you are just painting ugly side of it and not circling back, finishing the story. It's like those heated moments when you're in the heat of it. You're sad, you're depressed, you're angry, you're mad, but then you get over it, right? It's like you're having a fight with your spouse, but then you kiss and make up. Well, let's say you called your best friend in the middle of the fight and then you kiss and make up. It's like the whiplash. I thought you were just fighting with this bastard. What, do I hate him or do I love him? I'm confused. Okay, I like him. All right. Okay, love you, girl. Bye. Stop doing that to people. Stop giving your friends whiplashes. You either are supporting and you're going to come full circle with your story, you're going to tell them everything, or you're going to not say anything at all, especially if they're not wise enough to know that you're just venting. Now, something tells me that this girl just doesn't really truly know that motherhood has its moments. Now, because she's just not there quite yet in her story, which is perfectly fine. Like I said, this is nothing on her. She has every right to think this. I don't blame her. It's the mothers who are clearly telling her something one-sided. They're not circling back. They're not saying, oh, you know what? Thank you for letting me vent that one day, but you know what? That was a moment. You know, my children are hard and difficult, but it's a beautiful thing. Clearly, that's not happening if she thinks all of her mother friends that have kids are in hell. Us mothers need to keep those moments where we're pulling out our hair to trusted people, or we need to be strong enough to not be so weak that we have to run out and bitch and complain and whine and vent over every little thing and give our friends and family whiplashes, emotional whiplashes. Never mind, we're good now. False alarm. I'm not divorced. My kids are angels. They're just little brats. It's fine. Everything's good. People are so quick to give emotional whiplashes, is what I call them. And that creates these narratives that you see. And I don't blame her. Not at all. It is the fault of the mother for creating this narrative that is hitting mainstream. Babies are being birthed at lower rates because motherhood is not being painted pretty. Because we are not telling the full story. We are not coming back to tell the happy ending about how we overcame that hellish moment. I just came back from a store where my kid had a meltdown. I could have stopped and bitched to my friend about the horrible meltdown and then just left it at that. We don't circle back. If I was that kind of person that had to complain or vent to get out frustration, which I'm not, but if I was that type of person, make a point to circle back, because some people clearly need that to fully understand the journey of motherhood, to understand that it's not all hell when you're living it. A relationship, the dynamics, the volatile moments, that it's just part of life. You're gonna have those moments. I was always taught by my amazingly wise mother, when you're in the heat of it, never ever call a friend. Never ever reach out to anybody until the moment's done and sizzled out. Because you will create blockages. You will turn your friends against your spouse that you plan on kissing and making up with an hour later. But because you just bitched to your friend and told them about this horrible fight you were just in, that you just ended up kissing and making up with, we're good now, but you just vented to your friend, they now hate your spouse. You create rifts. Apply that to your children and these single women that are like, fuck, I don't want kids. You just told me about this horrible moment of a meltdown in a store. I don't want kids. Let's stop doing that. And if we're not going to do that, let's stop being mad at amazingly talented, beautiful, single, or kidless, childless women who have opinions like that, because I don't blame them. That's what they're being told by mothers, because the mothers are not coming full circle. They're giving women like her emotional whiplash. And I wouldn't want kids either if that's what I kept getting.